Hello everyone, my name is Laith Oleiwi and I am presenting my literature review titled How Do Repeated TBIs Impact Emotional Decision Making? A little bit of an introduction. Traumatic brain injuries or TBI are a growing public health concern, especially amongst athletes, veterans, and accident survivors. While the physical effects of TBI, such as headaches and memory loss, are well known, their long-term effects are less understood. My aim with this research is to focus on how repeated TBIs affect emotional decision-making by altering key brain structures such as the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. Some background: the amygdala is the portion of the brain that detects threats and triggers emotional responses, while the prefrontal cortex controls impulses and guides rational decision-making. Decision-making relies on balance between these two regions and how they interact with each other. Repeated TBIs disrupt this balance and cause emotional and behavioral problems. My research question was, how do repeated TBIs impact emotional decision-making by investigating the amygdala and prefrontal cortex? My hypothesis was that repeated TBIs damage the amygdala and the PFC, disrupting their connection, which results in emotional instability, impulsivity, and poor decision-making. This was a literature review, and it was done by looking over neuroscience journals and clinical research, mostly on PubMed, but also some other established sources to fill in the gaps of study between single and repeated TBIs. My results were that repeated TBIs cause physical damage to both the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex, and that neuroimaging studies show reduced brain volume and weakened connections between these two regions. The amygdala often becomes overactive while the prefrontal cortex becomes underactive, and this imbalance leads to emotional flooding, poor impulse control, and risky decision making. Damage to these brain regions explains why individuals may act impulsively, overreact emotionally, or struggle in social situations. The findings highlight that emotional and behavioral problems after TBIs are caused by brain changes, not just personal coping. This research emphasizes the need for interventions, monitoring, and support for people at risk of repeated TBIs. Repeated TBIs disrupt the balance between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. This imbalance leads to emotional instability, impulsive behavior, and poor decision making. Understanding these brain changes is essential for improving diagnosis, treatment, and prevention strategies. Supporting individuals with TBIs can improve not only overall quality of life, but also broader societal outcomes. In the future, I want to conduct a larger long-term study to track emotional and cognitive changes after TBI. Also, I recommend in the future that we use advanced neuroimaging combined with real-world decision-making tasks for the best results. Developing targeted interventions, including brain-related behavioral therapy, neurological rehabilitation, and mindfulness training on patients who have had repeated TBIs. That's all for my literature review. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Lumiere Education, for helping me out.